I'm going to lose everything. The thought crashes through my mind as I stare at the ultrasound photograph hidden beneath a stack of quarterly reports on my desk. Two tiny shapes. Two heartbeats that shouldn't exist. My hands shake as I shove the image deeper into my drawer, just as the intercom on my desk buzzes. Secretary Park, my office. Now. Kang Minho's voice, cold, clipped, perfectly controlled, sends ice down my spine. Does he know? Could he possibly know? I smooth down my shirt, checking obsessively for any sign of the secret growing inside me. Nothing. I'm only 10 weeks along. There's no way he could tell. I stand, taking a breath that does nothing to calm my racing heart, and walk toward the glass office where my husband, my contract husband, awaits. 3 months earlier. Marry me. I freeze, my pen hovering over the contract I've been reviewing. Surely I misheard. Surely Kang Minho, the man I've served as secretary for 3 years, the man I've been hopelessly in love with for just as long, didn't just. I'm sorry, sir. He's standing by the floor-to-ceiling windows of his corner office, Seoul's skyline glittering behind him like he owns the entire city. Maybe he does. The Kang family owns half of it, anyway. Don't make me repeat myself, Park Jiho. He doesn't turn around. I need a husband. You need money for your mother's surgery. It's a simple business transaction. My heart plummets. Business transaction. Of course. What else would it be? I don't understand. My grandmother has given me an ultimatum. Marry within a month or she'll give the company to my cousin. Now he turns and those dark eyes pin me in place. You've been loyal, discreet, and professional for 3 years. You understand how I work. You won't develop inconvenient feelings. If only he knew. If only he could see that I've been dying inside every day, watching him from across boardroom tables, memorizing the way he takes his coffee, the slight furrow between his brows when he's concentrating, the rare moments when his lips almost curve into a smile. What about love? The question escapes before I can stop it. His laugh is sharp enough to cut. Love is a liability I can't afford. This is business, nothing more. 1 year of marriage, then a clean divorce. In return, I'll pay for your mother's surgery and give you 50 million won. My mother. Her pale face in that hospital bed in Incheon, the mounting bills I can't pay on my secretary's salary, the surgery she needs within the month or... Do we have a deal, Park Jiho? I should say no. I should protect whatever remains of my foolish heart. Yes, I whisper instead. We have a deal. The wedding. The ceremony is beautiful and hollow. I stand at the altar in a designer suit Minho purchased for me, watching him approach with the same expressionless face he wears to board meetings. His grandmother sits in the front row, satisfied. A handful of executives fill the other seats, their presence a professional obligation. Only Dae-hoon, my best friend, looks genuinely concerned. He'd grab my arm before the ceremony. Jiho, you don't have to do this. Your mother wouldn't want. My mother doesn't get a choice if she's dead, I'd said quietly. I have to. Now, Minho slides a platinum ring onto my finger with clinical precision. When the officiant says we may kiss, his lips barely graze my cheek. I try not to remember the countless nights I'd imagined this moment differently. That night, in the penthouse that's now supposedly ours, Minho makes the rules clear. Your room is down the hall. Keep your schedule separate from mine unless we have a public appearance. Don't touch my things. Don't ask questions about my business. He's already loosening his tie, dismissing me. Maintain appropriate distance at all times. Understood. My voice sounds dead even to my own ears. I lie awake in the guest bedroom that night, staring at the ceiling, wondering how I'll survive a year of living with the man I love while pretending I feel nothing. The night that changed everything. 3 weeks later, I'm working late in the study when I hear the front door crash open. I find Minho stumbling in the foyer, reeking of expensive whiskey, his tie askew. Sir? Let me help you. His weight nearly crushes me as I loop his arm over my shoulders. Come on, let's get you to bed. Jiho. Just my name. Not Secretary Park. Not Park Jiho. Just Jiho. And the way he says it makes something crack open in my chest. I get him to his bedroom, but when I try to pull away, his hand catches my wrist. His eyes, usually so cold, burn with something I've never seen before. Stay. You're drunk. You need to rest. 3 years. His words slur together. 3 years I've watched you. Do you know how hard it is? Every day, seeing you, wanting you, knowing I can't. Then he's kissing me. It's desperate and hungry and everything I've dreamed of. I know I should stop this. I know he's drunk and tomorrow he'll regret it. But I've wanted this for so long that I can't make myself pull away. That night, I let myself believe the lie that he might want me too. The morning after, I wake to an empty bed. The shower is running. My body aches in new ways, and my heart feels dangerously full. When Miho emerges, he's already dressed in a perfect suit, his face blank. Good morning, I venture, smiling tentatively. Last night was a mistake. His voice could freeze fire. Too much alcohol. It won't happen again. He picks up his briefcase, still not meeting my eyes. We have a board meeting at 9. Don't be late, Secretary Park. The door closes behind him. I sit on the bed where he'd held me, where he'd whispered my name like it meant something, and I feel something inside me shatter. Know your place, his eyes had said. 10 weeks later, I'm staring at an ultrasound that proves that night happened, that it mattered, that I'm carrying his twin sons. And he doesn't know. God help me, I don't know how to tell him. I'm running out of time. It's been 2 months since I discovered I'm pregnant, and my body is starting to betray me. This morning, I barely made it to the bathroom before the nausea hit. I'd locked the door, pressed my forehead against the cool tile, and prayed Miho was already gone. He was. He's always gone these days. Now I'm sitting at my desk outside his office, one hand pressed subtly against my stomach, watching through the glass walls as Choi Yuna laughs at something Miho said. She's here again. 3rd time this week. Her hand rests on his arm a beat too long, her smile a shade too intimate. My phone buzzes. A text from Daehoon. How are you feeling? Did you tell him yet? I don't respond. How can I explain that every time I try to tell Miho about the babies, the words die in my throat? That the man who barely looks at me anymore is somehow supposed to care about the children we created? Secretary Park. I look up to find Yuna standing at my desk, her designer dress probably worth more than my entire year's salary. Her smile doesn't reach her eyes. Yes, Miss Choi? Tell me, how does it feel playing house with Miho? It must be exhausting, pretending to be something you're not. She leans closer, her voice dropping to a poisonous whisper. He told me, about your little arrangement. Don't get too comfortable, you're just a temporary inconvenience. Before I can respond, she's gliding back into Miho's office, closing the door behind her. My hands clench into fists on my desk. Temporary inconvenience. Is that what I am? Is that what our children will be? That evening, I come home early, claiming a headache that isn't entirely a lie. The penthouse is empty. Miho texted that he has another dinner meeting. With Yuna, Prof. I'm making ginger tea to settle my stomach when Daehoon arrives, armed with takeout and determination. You look terrible, he says bluntly, setting containers on the kitchen counter. Thanks. You really know how to make a pregnant person feel special. Jiho. He grabs my shoulders, forcing me to meet his eyes. You can't keep doing this. You need to tell him or you need to leave. I can't leave. The contract. Screw the contract. Daehoon's voice rises. You're pregnant with twins. You're sick every morning. He doesn't even notice because he's too busy with his ex-fiancée. This isn't sustainable. I pull away, wrapping my arms around myself. My mother's surgery is in 3 weeks. After that, I only need to last 7 more months. Then I'll have the money and I can what? Disappear? Raise his children alone. Daehoon's expression softens. You deserve better than this. I want to argue, but a wave of dizziness hits me. Daehoon catches my elbow, guiding me to the couch. Have you eaten today? I haven't. Food makes me nauseous, but not eating makes me dizzy. It's an impossible balance. As Daehoon forces rice porridge into my hands, I hear the front door open. Miho's home early. Hide the food, I hiss at Daehoon. He can't know. But Miho's already in the living room, his tie loosened, exhaustion evident in the lines around his eyes. He stops when he sees Daehoon. I didn't realize we had company. I was just leaving, Daehoon says coldly. He's never liked Miho, and he's not bothering to hide it now. Take care of yourself, Jiho. After he leaves, silence stretches between us like a chasm. Miho loosens his cufflinks, not looking at me. You left work early. I had a headache. I see. He moves toward his study. Try to be more reliable. We have the company gala this weekend. Grandmother expects us both there. Something inside me snaps. Of course, wouldn't want to disappoint grandmother. Or Yuna. Miho freezes. What did you say? Nothing. I stand, but the dizziness returns, and I stumble. Miho's there in an instant, his hands on my arms. Are you all right? For a moment, I see concern in his eyes. For a moment, I almost tell him everything. I'm fine. Just tired. I pull away from his touch, from the warmth I know is temporary. I'll be ready for the gala. The gala. The ballroom at the Grand Hyatt in Gangnam glitters with Seoul's elite. I'm wearing a designer suit Miho had delivered to the penthouse, playing my role as the perfect husband. Smile. Pretend everything is fine. But nothing is fine. I'm 12 weeks pregnant now, and my body is changing in ways I can't completely hide. The suit jacket conceals it, but I'm constantly aware of the slight swell of my abdomen, of the secret growing inside me. There you are. Lee Seo-jun appears at my elbow, champagne flute in hand. He's CEO of a rival company and Miho's childhood friend. His smile is warm, genuine, everything Miho's isn't. Feel pale. Are you feeling well? Just tired of these events, I say with a forced smile. I don't blame you. Seo-jun's eyes search my face with an intensity that makes me uncomfortable. Jiho, if you ever need anything, a friend, a job, an escape route, you know where to find me. Before I can respond, Yuna's voice cuts through the crowd. Everyone, can I have your attention please? My blood runs cold as she takes the microphone on the small stage. Miho is across the room, his expression alarmed. I just want to say how wonderful it is that Miho has found happiness, even if it's with someone so unexpected. Her smile is venomous. Tell me, Park Jiho, how much did the Kang family pay you to play husband? 50 million won? 100. The room erupts in whispers. I feel every eye on me, judging, dissecting. That's enough, Yuna. Miho's voice is ice as he strides toward the stage. But it's too late. The damage is done. I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. Yuna's laugh is sharp. He's nothing but a gold digger who trapped you into this ridiculous marriage. I said enough. Miho's anger is palpable, but his defense feels weak, obligatory. I can't breathe. The room is spinning and I need to get out. I push through the crowd, ignoring the whispers, the stares. I make it to the bathroom just before the sobs break free. This is what I am to them. To him. A gold digger. A temporary inconvenience. I press my hands against my stomach, where our sons are growing. I'm sorry, I think. I'm so sorry I brought you into this. That night, lying alone in my room while Miho stays out late, I make a decision. 7 more months. I'll endure 7 more months, get the divorce settlement, and disappear. Miho will never know about his sons. It's better this way. It has to be. 1 month until freedom. I mark another day off the calendar hidden in my desk drawer. 30 more days until the contract ends. 30 more days until I can disappear with my secret. I'm 16 weeks pregnant now, and hiding it is becoming impossible. I've switched to oversized shirts and blazers. I've stopped attending in-person meetings, claiming I'm transitioning to a remote consultant role. Miho barely noticed when I submitted the request. He barely notices anything about me anymore. My phone buzzes with another text from Seo-jun. Job offer still stands. My company could use someone with your skills. Think about it. I've been thinking about it. More than I should. I press my hand against my stomach, feeling the slight swell that's becoming harder to hide. Soon they'll start moving. Soon, I won't be able to pretend anymore. Secretary Park. I jump. Miho's standing in the doorway of my small office. They moved me here after the gala incident. His expression is unreadable. I need you to prepare the divorce papers. Have them ready by the end of the month. My heart stutters. Of course, sir. He hesitates, something flickering across his face. Jiho, But whatever he was going to say dies. He turns and walks away, leaving me alone with the weight of what I'm about to do. 3 weeks later. You're leaving? Dae-hoon stares at the apartment listing I'm showing him on my phone. Busan? That's 3 hours away. Exactly. I'm packing my things in boxes, working quickly. My mother's surgery was successful 2 weeks ago. She's recovering well in Incheon. The money Miho promised is secured. There's nothing keeping me here anymore. What about Miho? What about him? I tape another box closed, maybe with more force than necessary. The contract ends in 1 week. He gets his company. I get my money. Everyone gets what they wanted. Except he doesn't know about. He doesn't need to know. My voice is sharp. These are my babies. He made it clear I'm nothing but a business transaction. I won't subject my children to that coldness. Dae-hoon sighs but doesn't argue. He knows I'm right. When do you leave? The day the contract ends. I've already arranged everything. The final week. Miho has been different lately. He comes home earlier. He asks if I've eaten. Yesterday, I caught him staring at me with an expression I couldn't decipher. It's too late for whatever guilt he's feeling now. Tonight, I'm making dinner, something simple that won't trigger my nausea, when he walks into the kitchen. We haven't shared a meal in months. You're cooking, he observes. I get hungry sometimes. I keep my back to him, my oversized sweater hiding my bump. Jiho. His voice is softer than I've heard in months. After the contract ends, what will you do? Hide. Raise your sons alone. I have some opportunities lined up, I say carefully. With Lee Seo-jun? Turn, surprised. How did you? I'm not blind. There's something in his eyes. Anger? Jealousy? He's been circling you for months. At least someone notices I exist. The words escape before I can stop them. Miho flinches. That's not fair. Fair. I laugh bitterly. Nothing about this has been fair. You wanted a business arrangement, Miho. You got one. In 3 days we'll both be free. I walk past him, heading to my room. I can feel his eyes on my back, but he doesn't follow. The last day. I wake before dawn on the final day of our contract. My bags are packed and hidden in the guest room closet. Dae-hoon is waiting in Busan with the keys to my new apartment, a small place by the sea where no one knows me. I've prepared everything. New phone number. New email. I've even changed my emergency contact from Miho to Dae-hoon. I'm 18 weeks pregnant now. The babies are moving, little flutters that remind me why I'm doing this. They deserve better than a father who sees love as a liability. I place the envelope on the kitchen counter. Inside is a simple note. I've rewritten it a dozen times, trying to find words that don't reveal too much. Thank you for everything. I hope you find happiness. Jiho. That's it. No forwarding address. No explanation. Just goodbye. I'm calling for a taxi when I hear footsteps. Miho emerges from his bedroom, already dressed in his suit despite the early hour. You're leaving. It's not a question. The contract is fulfilled. There's nothing else to discuss. Nothing. His voice rises. Jiho, he runs his hand through his hair, frustrated. I've been trying to tell you. Don't. I hold up my hand. Please just don't. We both knew what this was. Let's not pretend it was anything more. What if I want it to be more? The words hit me like a physical blow. I want to believe him. God, I want to so badly. But I think of Yuna, of the coldness, of all the months he made me feel invisible. It's too late, Miho. My voice breaks. I'm sorry. The taxi honks outside. I grab my suitcase and walk toward the door. Jiho, wait. But I can't. If I stop, if I look back, I'll crumble. So I keep walking, my hand pressed protectively over my stomach, carrying his children away from him. 5 months later, My small apartment overlooks the sea. I'm 7 months pregnant now, and the twins are active, constantly moving, reminding me I'm not alone. I work remotely as a translator, make just enough to get by. Daehoon visits every weekend. Sometimes, on quiet nights, I let myself wonder if I made the right choice. Then I feel my son's kick and I know I did. I'm at the beach cafe where I work sometimes when my phone rings. My old phone that I kept turned off, just in case. My mother's number. Jiho. Her voice is urgent. Someone came looking for you. A man. He knows. The cafe door opens. Kang Minho stands in the doorway, his suit disheveled, his eyes wild and desperate. Behind him, Lee Seojun leans against a car, arms crossed. Miho's eyes drop to my very pregnant belly, and I watch his face transform. Shock, realization, devastation. Jiho, he breathes. What have you done? I press my hands protectively over my stomach, over our sons, and realize my escape is over. What I had to, I whisper. He found me. I stand frozen in the cafe doorway, my hands protectively cradling my swollen belly. Miho's eyes are locked on my stomach, his face cycling through emotions I've never seen before. Shock, anger, pain, something that might be wonder. How long have you known? His voice is raw. That's not your concern anymore. I try to move past him, but he blocks my path. Not my concern? His laugh is broken. Those are my children, Jiho. My children that you were going to raise without telling me? Like you would have cared. The words explode from me. You made it perfectly clear what I was to you. A business transaction, a temporary inconvenience. Did you think I'd subject my babies to that coldness? Your babies? Miho steps closer, his eyes blazing. You had no right. I had every right. Tears stream down my face now. You threw me away, Miho. You made me feel worthless every single day. What was I supposed to do? Stay and watch you treat our children the same way? He reaches for me, but I stumble backward. Pain shoots through my abdomen. Sharp, sudden, terrifying. Jiho. Miho's anger instantly transforms to panic. What's wrong? I don't know. Another wave of pain. Something's not right. We need to get you to a hospital. Now. Miho's already lifting me, carrying me towards Seojun's car. I can walk. Shut up and let me help you. His voice breaks. Please. The hospital. The emergency room at Busan Medical Center is a blur of harsh lights and urgent voices. Miho hasn't left my side, his hand gripping mine so tightly it hurts. You're in early labor, the doctor explains, her expression serious. The stress has triggered contractions. We need to stop them, it's too early. You're only 32 weeks. 32 weeks. My babies aren't ready. Fear claws at my throat. Do whatever you need to do, Miho says, his voice commanding. Money is no object. Save them. The doctor nods and rushes out. I turn to Miho, seeing him clearly for the first time in months. Why are you here? I whisper. How did you find me? Your mother. He strokes my hair with a gentleness I'd forgotten he possessed. But I would have torn the country apart looking for you anyway. Did you really think I'd just let you go? You did let me go. You let me go every single day we were married. I know. His eyes are red-rimmed. God, Jiho, I know. I was a coward. I was terrified of what I felt for you, so I pushed you away. And then Yuna, his jaw clenches. She was intercepting your messages, sabotaging everything. I found out too late. What messages? You tried to tell me. About the pregnancy. Multiple times. He pulls out his phone, showing me drafts of emails I'd written and never received responses to. She deleted them before I could see them. She wanted to destroy us. My heart cracks open. I thought you didn't care. I've cared from the moment you walked into my office 3 years ago with coffee and that shy smile. His thumb traces my cheekbone. I've been in love with you for so long, Jiho. I was just too afraid to admit it. Before I can respond, another contraction hits. The machines around me start beeping frantically. We need to take her to delivery, a nurse announces. The medication isn't working. The babies are coming. No, it's too early. Panic floods through me. I'm here. Miho's face appears above mine. I'm not leaving you. Not ever again. The delivery. The next hours are pain and fear and Miho's voice anchoring me through it all. You're doing so well, love. Just breathe with me. I can't. Yes, you can. You're the strongest person I know. Stay with me. When they finally place our first son in my arms, tiny, crying, perfect, I sob with relief. Kang Minho, I whisper, the name I'd chosen months ago. Minutes later, his brother arrives. Kang Hajun. Miho cradles Hajun against his chest, tears streaming down his face. They're perfect. God, Jiho, they're perfect. The babies are rushed to the NICU, premature but stable. As the nurses wheel me to recovery, exhaustion crashes over me. Rest now, Miho murmurs, kissing my forehead. I'll watch over them. Over all of you. 3 months later, I wake to the sound of Miho singing softly in the nursery of our renovated Seoul penthouse. The walls that were once cold and modern are now warm with color. Pictures of our family cover every surface. I pad to the doorway, my heart swelling at the sight. Miho holds Minjun in one arm, feeding him a bottle while Hajun sleeps in the bassinet beside them. He's in sweatpants and an old t-shirt, the CEO armor completely gone. Hey, I say softly. He turns, his smile bright and unguarded. Did we wake you? No. I join him, lifting Hajun into my arms. I just wanted to see you all. Miho has been true to his word. He stepped back from the company, made Seo Jun a partner to handle the workload. Now he's home every night for dinner, for bath time, for 3 a.m. feedings. I have something for you, he says, setting down the bottle. He pulls out a small box. Inside are 2 rings, new ones, different from the contract marriage bands. Marry me again, he says. For real this time. Not because of contracts or companies or obligations. Just because I love you more than I thought it was possible to love anyone. You already used that line once, I tease, but tears blur my vision. I know, but this time, I mean every word. He slips the ring onto my finger. This time it's forever. It was always forever for me, I whisper, kissing him deeply. Minjun chooses that moment to cry, and we both laugh, breaking apart to tend to our sons. Later, at our renewal ceremony surrounded by friends and family, my mother healthy and crying happily, Dae-hoon grinning, even Seo-jun graciously attending, Miho whispers against my lips, I was a fool who almost lost everything. I'll spend the rest of my life proving you're my everything. I smile, holding our sons between us. You already are. And this time, when he kisses me, it's not a contract. It's a promise.